folder settings and mess with some stuff that I. Welcome back.
We have returned, and I have a little side quest for tomorrow after we clean out cars.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna need to borrow the phone. You have the racks on top. I can strap the table. No matter how it won't fit. I have a ratchet strap. I just have to go to the storage unit to grab it.
Okay. We'll figure that out.
Oh, we're gonna get the tabletop. My brother told me he has the roof racking for some reason.
We'll figure it out.
I thought you were racking.
Push to talk. Push to talk. Push it to talk.
And we're the Cleveland Browns!
We have a small empty container. That's for attaching the stand.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Welcome back.
I forgot that I disconnected my headphones from my laptop, and I was like, I can't hear anything.
I wonder why.
It is
Silly
helpful if you
goose.
plug in your ears.
Yeah, sometimes.
We.
Really quick one.
We. All right, let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Okay, fine then. Don't say hello. Aha.
Hello.
Alrighty. Kicking YouTube. Hello and welcome to episode 24. We're already chugging along. Decaying Wilds. We are in the middle of some shit. Let's do a little recap. What do you guys remember from last time?
Little octopus things that attacked us.
And big octopus things.
Calamari was on your menu.
And an
And
unkeg.
crawfish. Oh yeah, an ankeg that got fucking obliterated.
What can
Al,
I say?
I
got
just
nervous.
realized you said and an end keg the same way that Boromir literally said they have a cave troll.
Yeah, an ankeg that got absolutely destroyed by one of 8 or 9 nat 20s last session.
There were so many.
There were
But yeah,
so
we
many, it was
determined.
ridiculous.
We determined. Well, Androna determined there were roughly 5 entities, like larger entity pings back here that could be tied to certain gods. Pretty sure we've at least gotten one. With that big squid guy.
Big squids.
The Chul.
Yeah. And then also the ankeg, and then also 3 of these. What were these smaller-ish squid things that
Death
were making
mantles.
magical darkness? Thank you. I think we ended up determining whatever's in here is it's a sort of hostile takeover from this tomb.
Yeah. Indeed. Fixing avatars.
It got too quiet.
No, some things got janky, and so a lot of the stuff got resetty spaghetti.
Lizard.
That sucks.
Oh. Good enough for right now. So, ah, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, we will kind of picking up here where everyone else is. You guys, yeah, killed an end keg that came out of the ground. There is a chunk of door that is kind of lighting up that area, and you guys see two closed doors. And then the room the end keg was in is open. You guys did search that bottom right room, and there's nothing in the bottom left room that Kath and Rick can easily see from their position.
I'll poke my head into the Ankeg's room.
Roll. Red.
Red. So what was that, Al?
I said I'll poke my head into the Ankeg's room. I won't step fully in. I just want to pop my head in and look.
You see a relatively empty room. Part of that top right corner is like caved in a little bit, like a pile of stuff that rose up from the ground. Probably how the NK came in. Most of the room is just rubble and dirt and rock. Nothing that you're really seeing, but in the back there seems to be another small stairwell that goes up a little bit into a different room.
I'll look back at everyone and be like, no bad guys that I can see, but there's another stairwell in here.
Good talk, people. Good talk. Okay, what are we doing?
Well, I had just gotten the poison sacks for poisoning things.
Oh yeah, wasn't it? Paralytic.
correct. It was a paralytic poison, and we were discussing which way to go. We now know that there's a stairway in the other
Stop
side
the meme
too.
on Porky Pig.
So which way do we wish to go?
Really up
Can I
for
make a
anything.
suggestion?
That's what I was thinking.
Instead, my suggestion is instead of just randomly choosing, let's just start working our way from the front, close to the door we just came through, back. Just kind of sweep it.
Yeah, but what about the stairway over there off to the right? Where the ink egg just was.
Well, what I'm saying is just sweep through the openings, starting from this way, either on either side, and work our way back this way.
The front two rooms and the center room are good. It's the back
Spot
two
check
rooms
this
and the front
one.
doorway
Yes,
that
then
are left.
Rick can see this room, and Al just checked that room.
And the one over here is a closed door,
Closed
correct?
door, just like the one up here is a closed door too.
Then I recommend we go towards the one that isn't a closed door and possibly use alarm on one or both of the closed doors until we get back to them.
Do you have alarm?
Did I take that this morning?
Can sorcerers even change spells?
After every long rest, yes.
And that's all,
Everyone
folks.
needs energy.
Seems like a couple of people are having some issues tonight.
Don't worry, it's been a
If you
week. We all need to
don't, I
knock off for the
could.
rest.
If not, I have
Been
an
a week is an
idea for
understatement.
an alarm substitute.
No, I do not have alarm, unfortunately.
Okay. In that case, what I'm gonna do
Like the closest I could possibly do is maybe throw down a fog cloud in that area after we've passed, so it kind of just hey.
Casting time's an hour.
I can set traps.
Traps will be quicker, easier, and it doesn't waste spell
Yeah.
slots.
What I'll do is as well.
We're
I
also
can use my.
supposedly not in combat, so we're not really using spell slots anyways.
Oh yeah. Actually, no. I think we were.
We're
I
still
vaguely
got a
remember we're
combat
still in
tracker.
combat mode.
Do we? Oh, I guess I just don't have it open. Oh, fair enough.
I'm gonna use
Disregard.
a charge of my Tinker's magic to. I think I can bring. Yeah, I can set down 5 foot square worth of cattle drops.
Badger. Does this door over here that I'm in front of open in or out? In towards me,
Out.
or away from me?
Towards you.
Okay, I am going to basically get some rock and wedge it shut. Plenty of rock around here. And I'm putting some sand in my pocket.
Pocket sand.
Okay.
Is
With
that a
with
spell
the with
component
the
for?
survival check, I'll say that yeah, you find some of the very pile loose rocks because there's a whole wall that's collapsed near you, and wedge it up and underneath the edge where if someone were to try to open it would at least cause them a moment of struggle.
And then we have that big door down at the other end. Can I wedge
That one
shut
will
too?
open inward away from you.
Does it have
Oh, I didn't realize there was a door off to the left.
the big door have
Can I figure out how to keep this one from opening?
I mean, it's got pulleys. No one's bothered to check to see if these doors were even locked anyway. Are you trying to? What are you doing with that door? Trying to do a shove the rock, or are you investigating the door?
I'm trying to investigate because it's gonna be it'll be easier to kind of push a door open than it is to the other way. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how to keep the door from is it 2 doors or 1?
It is 2 doors. With your survival check, give me a investigation.
No. Brandy cannot figure this out. I'm sorry. Brandy stares at the door.
I see the fairy is sneaking up. Are you wishing to do something?
Well, if Brandy couldn't work anything out, I was going to set some oil down. So if something did try to, comfort, be, going for a bumpy ride.
Yeah, only problem with your oil is it's sand. The oil just gets soaked up by the sand.
But yeah, with the survival check, you can tell that the doors will swing inward away from you, but can't seem to make out much of the other mechanics of it.
Kitty boy. Oh, my
Yes.
friend.
What's up?
I know the doors open inward. I cannot, for the life of me, puzzle together how to keep it from opening. I have rocks.
What kind of door handles are on this side?
Nice long rings. There's no handle. You would like to roll an investigation check to determine how this door opens or closes. Be my guest.
You said ring door handles. You could just tie the handles
Yeah.
together so that way the door stays closed or closed-ish.
Put
We do
something through
have
the rings.
seemingly an absurd amount of rope.
We do.
No, he's not a
Oh, actually, I can do one better than rope. I can summon
He's right in front of the
manacles
computer.
and then just clamp each end to the hoops.
Why do you have that spell?
Tinker's magic.
Brandy gets a malicious grin
fairy-
on her face.
The fairy just seems to have interesting hobbies. So
Brandy reaches into the bag of holding and
Nice.
pulls
For
out
the fairy to know and you not to find out.
Hold on. Brandy
pulls out
does
one of
what?
the 50-foot yards of rope.
Rope.
She ties the doors shut and then takes the rope. How long can the rope reach to the other door?
Assuming it's a 50-foot bit of rope. Yeah, because they're only 10 feet apart. Or are you trying to tie door A to door B in the other room?
Yes.
The doors are approximately 40 feet apart. So, yes, you could probably do that.
Brandy does so. In her brain, she's picturing someone trying to come through one set of doors while someone's trying to come through the other set of doors, and they're just pulling against each other. But she also leaves the other
Okay.
the smaller door stoned as well.
Yeah, the stone kind of wiggles a bit with this tension on its handle. But the northern door seems to be secured.
Okay. The doors are shut.
The way it's shut. What?
That was simple. All right,
Okay,
now let's up the
Vecna.
stairs.
What are you doing tucked way outside still?
I elect that the cleric does not go up the stairs first. They're too acquainted with the ground at this point.
You couldn't pay her to.
I don't know, with the one hit KO. Not the worst idea.
Huh. Yes.
I think that was an accident.
Where did everybody go?
Oh. Oh.
Take lead on the stairs.
Where did the little one go?
15, 20, 25, 30.
Because
Where's
I see now.
where's the spell?
My screen didn't switch.
So here, everyone reappears. Oh, well, thank you. I know what happens. Brandy, could you give me a perception check? Will you moved?
Mm, 16.
I am following behind the head. Be able to move here.
Start approaching the staircase. Everything around you goes pitch black.
Magical darkness?
Very much so. And in that darkness, you hear this loud rumble from in front of you. The rumble loud enough to
gonna
give you that
roll
feel that something very large is in front of you, though you cannot see it.
Oh shit.
And because of that, it gets to do something, and I need a wisdom save from you.
I'm standing right there. What am I seeing?
She steps
23.
forwards and vanishes.
Oh, lovely.
I was shorter than it thought I was.
Androna's just gonna look at the wizard and just be like, she's gone.
Wait, what?
She was there, and then she moved there, and then she was gone.
I like to remind everyone I voted that we didn't go into this place, and it hasn't been good every step of the way.
I see that you attempted an acrobatics check, but this thing will get a hit off first, and I'll say that you get to do that afterwards. In that darkness, as you are going, you feel something try to affect you and phone, but you kind of shake it off, and then you feel yourself get knocked back. You end up taking 8 points of damage, and with that acrobatics, you get knocked back 10 feet up against the wall.
Hey, there's something in there. I rubbed my chest.
Ooh, shit.
As a reply, the entire area that you guys are in rumbles, like low enough where you can still feel it in your chest, kind of thing. Something very large has now just kind of roared through the seats of the temple, echoing off of every single wall. It sounds probably way more menacing with the echo. Yeah, something is.
Do I have enough time to cure wounds, Dendrana?
Yeah.
Cool. Second, the first level. There you go. You look like you're hurting. Oh, so's the cat. I didn't realize.
Adrenal's worse.
14 points return.
It's kind of the worst. So we won't go there.
Tim, how startled do I feel?
Surprisingly, not as startled as you think you would be.
Did we hear what Brandy said to us?
Is she shouted it? Yes.
I think she's gonna fire off a light cantrip into this room so the other light beam goes away.
Step away, I have headphones.
Where are you trying to put it?
I think. Hmm. I think she's pointing to a spot over here.
By putting the light spell kind of along that wall, there's like a fine line that you see appear where it can only shine closest to you. And everything else more into that corner and towards where Brandy was walking towards just cuts off.
Okay. I see.
Been moving closer because I still have the visage, so I can still see through magical darkness.
Then that is what you see when you peek around the corner. In the game mode.
Eee.
Cast, when you see this creature,
Huh?
something in your mind stirs with a subtle but fearful familiarity.
I have time to think about. Could I roll a knowledge spirits on this one?
Sure. You know what this creature is. Kind of like a dual mind thing. Information starts being flooded to you. You know that this is an aboleth.
Land Kraken.
And you know it has a series of bullshittery abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere deep in your psyche, this specific one triggers familiarity. You have that like fight and flight response on peak. There's part of you that wants to say, fuck this, I'm out. And there's another part of you that wants to go in and punch it.
Brandy, so I'm gonna have to kind of punch it. Minutes at these stairs.
Damn, we pissed off the DM so much he summoned the Aboleth.
Not just that. Do you have your arms engaged?
Huh?
Because if you didn't, they would pop automatically.
Oh.
The spirit residing within your form wants to rip this thing apart.
Gotcha.
You are also
Yay.
given that telepathic soul-bound image that this thing has the ability to stone gaze, so be warned.
Oh, fine.
Great. I don't blind fighting yet. Let me use wisdom for my attack rolls. We're just gonna go for the whole 3. And one of them's gonna be a nat 20.
First nat 20 of the night.
I'm gonna start
On the
session off
first
strong.
attack, it's going to use a legendary action.
Well, I hate that.
But it fails it, so don't worry.
Okay. Any chance I know what it tried to do?
It attempted to drain a part of you, but you resisted fiercely.
Oh. Okay.
The last 2 will hit. The first one does not.
Okay. Do. Monk 2024 rules. Roll standard damage for the first one. I will roll you a d20 for the second one because it was a crit. Looks like that is going to be standard. Yeah. So 2 hits for a total of 25 damage. Here's hoping it concentration. Probably does though.
What about the concentration?
Assuming the darkness is coming from it.
Nothing happened.
Okay. Well, that will be my turn.
Mhm.
I didn't mean to roll that tight.
You get to have it shot before your entire party gets their actions.
Yay.
I'm going to assume a 28 hits.
That's a pretty safe bet, yeah.
All right, Kathy, you take 17 points of damage, and I need an intelligence saving throw.
We said 17 damage?
Yes, sir. 17 bludgeoning.
Ouch.
All right, with that, you are considered grappled. You can try to make an escape at the start and end of your turns. And from the int save fail, uh, you feel this mind probe you with like violent intent. You take another 10 points psychic damage.
Yay, I have resistance to that.
Okay, then you take 5.
I am still grappled, though.
All right, that is the end of its turn, and now y'all's party has your turn in the initiative. So melee attackers, movement, do what you need to do, wombo combo spells. Now would be the time to act.
I mean, I still can't see where this creature is, so she's just gonna get out of the way for other people to go in.
Mhm. Oh yeah, you guys can't see that Keth is grappled because he stepped into the darkness and is.
We can't see shit. We can't figure out shit. We don't know shit about shit.
I mean, we can hear shit. Darkness does not.
Nope, a good
Clearly
perception
we
check. You
hear.
might be able to determine what's going on with your ears.
Hmm.
Because perception doesn't have to be sight alone.
Exactly.
The wizard's sitting here paying attention.
Hmm.
I mean, I have a passive 13. If that just helps. I'm just sitting in the back right now, just like, yeah.
I'm gonna hold perception. Oh wait, that's sorry, that's a D100, not a D20.
For easier being able to see more of the squares, I'm gonna remove the Ankeg token.
So with a 9, be
So the door the door that's behind me, it still has light on it though, right?
Yeah, the small light circle is just the bright light, and then there's another 20 feet of dim light from it, so you guys can clearly see where that darkness line begins and ends.
23 on perception.
Okay. Delanora,
I've
granted,
just-
you're way the hell
No,
back
no,
there,
I've,
but you can
I've
move.
just been forgetting to move my character.
Okay. So I'd say get your move in. Let me know where you're placed. Okay. On your perception check with how you kind of focus in, you believe that Keth is on the edge of that darkness circle, and whatever is attacking it is within reach, just on the other side of him.
Can I play that?
All right, Delanora relays to everybody what they are perceiving.
I'm gonna forego my second attack to give it to the Steel Defender and send it in now. Just wild charge. What's 10, 15, 20? What's this thing supposed to be? Oh, 40, okay.
You're still defenders going into the darkness.
Yes.
Right ahead from the door.
Yeah. Its first attack's gonna sort of be a pounce, and then once it's got it, it's then gonna be like another, just a normal attack. Basically, run until it hits something, then it swipe it again.
It definitely hits something. It goes straight in, boom, swings at it,
Right,
hits. From the sound that you hear, your Steel Defender found a wall.
Oh.
And this is
Um,
why it's not worth attacking the darkness.
Well, you never know. 25. So 5. With still having 40 moves, I can't grab it. I'm gonna have it run back towards me. Assuming it can sort of pin on my voice.
Yep, it able to figure that out. It just can't seem to see much in the magical darkness.
Yeah, no shock now. That worked right.
You want to try and move it closer? You want to try to move this closer? Or... Okay. Okay.
Okay, I have a spell that can probably help the melee attacker. Should I hold it or wait?
Considering that the only melee attacker within that is close enough to said creature, you can't see. So probably want to hold on to it. Okay. Who's next? What else? What else? Yes, you can also try to go. If you do, you can try to roll at a grapple escape. Since the turn that you just had when you got grappled would have been kind of like the, I guess, a surprise round, first round kind of deal. So you're able to go.
Escaping a grapple would be Dex or Strength?
Gener- that would be a strength-based maneuver.
Wait.
So probably I'll let you do strength or athletics, maybe.
Wiggle, wiggle.
You do escape. Oof. You're no longer grappled.
Yay. Can I move?
You can. And because you can see through the magical darkness, you can see that about 10 feet behind it, there's no more darkness. Uh,
Huh.
and kind of
Damn
based
cow.
off of how you can see through the magical darkness, you kind of figure out that the darkness isn't being caused by the aboleth, but something else inside the room.
I move through its square? Or past it?
Because you are within range of it, you are within the ability to move through it. If you try to move 10 feet past or 10 feet away, 10 feet away from the creature itself, you're going to be within outside of its range and it would get an AO. So as long as you stay within 2 squares of the aboleth, you can move however way you want and still be considered
We'll try
in
to
combat.
do that. Would that put me like there?
Yep, you're still within its reach, so it doesn't procure an AO. However, then, ding, you see the 2 little shits that are causing the darkness.
Can I attack? Probably not. I mean, if you'll allow it, I would like to attack the northernmost one, or if only one within 10 feet of me, I would like to attack that.
Well, you can move anywhere to hit the creature you want to hit. It's just you have to be within 2 squares. So 1 square between you and the aboleth, for it to still be within its attack range. So then you don't procure a AO.
So I don't know where those squares are exactly.
Is it because of that?
It's right there.
No, that was some. I'm sorry. That was me trying to unhighlight my.
Yeah,
Unhighlight the little circle.
the creature at the top is 10 feet away. Creature at the bottom with a diagonal, 5, 10, about 20 feet away from where you're at. So yeah, if you want to go after the one at the top.
Right. What would I
Yeah,
be
because
allowed to
it's inside
do
the
as far as an attack on this
darkness.
one? Since I already used an attempt to escape grapple.
Yes, because a free grapple is what you get from being conditioned at the start of your turn.
Okay. So I get to make normal attacks.
Yes, sir. Against the little
Okay.
squiddy facehugger looking dude.
Beat the shit out of him.
That is, yep. That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit, and that's surprisingly not gonna hit. The 10 does
Well,
not
you know, it does not always land.
hit.
For 19 damage.
It's gotta make.
Again, the rest of the
These
party can hear the
monsters do
sound of
not
someone
want to
punching a
roll
squid, but cannot see it.
above a nat 1.
Yay! For me.
That's great.
Hell yeah, you can see Kath again.
Good for us.
So instead of doing, I'm just gonna go default. Circle.
All these squares make a circle.
Can we partially see the aboleth now? We can.
Oh, shit.
So if you make a circle of darkness, it completely kills your guys' vision. So if I replace the circle with something that's not darkness, for those who can see through it, now you can see the token.
It's blueness.
Yes, the almighty blueness. However, your little dark mantle is still standing. Now keep in mind, the ones who can see the aboleth is just Keth at the moment because of his astral projection thing.
Preemptive.
Kinda. You can see part of the aboleth now that that one darkness circle has dropped, but it is still mostly concealed in darkness.
Yeah, but Brandy only needs to see a part of it.
Too many eyes.
Oh, yeah. In like spot, I'm doing that too.
I think Andrana is going to go over to here. More or less to get out of the way, because she still doesn't feel like she's the best person to go into that situation.
Brandy is going to use her bonus action and use Hail of Thorns at level 2, upcast to level 2, and I'm going to fire an arrow at it.
I think Kath's the only one that can see it.
Badger said I could see part of him. All I gotta do is see part of him. I'll aim for the part I can see.
You can see. So anyone launching an attack? We got magic missile. Brandon, feel free and roll your attack roll.
22. And then
Also,
hail
spot
thorn.
magic missile, depending on your level, has 3 or more little missiles that you can roll.
I did it preemptively.
Well, if you want to use magic missile, I'd say roll the other 2 damage.
I will be doing it at level 2, so that's 3 more.
Ooh. 3 more.
Total of 8. You doing?
He's doing 3, 4. He gets plus
So
1.
the uplift takes 20 from me.
Oof.
8 damage from my magic.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Give me.
13 total from magic missile.
Hold on. So, enter. You said that's hold on. So that's 20 from mom. Chris for Spice. That's yeah, that's 13. And Dylan, how much did you say you did? Yeah.
8.
Any more attacks getting rolled? In the terms of that one weird dwarf and that one weird game, roll them, smoke them if you got them.
Line of sight. Does Rick, having moved, does he have line of sight on the creature?
Part of it, yes, very much so.
He's gonna try to hit the part of it with just the cantrip finger guns. So
Pew
I
pew.
don't think that hit because of 13. Yeah, there was a 13 at previous point, so I don't think that hits.
No, it will not, unfortunately. Oh. It's HP. Alrighty. In response to everyone's turns, it's going to make a legendary action against the one closest to him. Does a 22 hit their Keth?
Yes, it does.
All right. On hit, you will take 14 bludgeoning damage. You are grappled, and it uses a lovely little ability. Somewhere in the back of your head, that thing that you told yourself to remember, however, childhood or current, starts to fade as it consumes part of your memories.
Yeah. That's not ideal.
It shall deal another. Well, you got psychic, right? Resistance.
Resistance.
So that will be 5 points. 5 points. 5 points psychic damage. You
5
take.
points. I need a nap.
And based on its attack against you, it seems to be not as badly wounded as it once was.
Uh,
All right. Is that everyone's attacks, moves, or things? Cool. Then it will take
Seeing
its
Ca-
point. Oh,
Seeing Cass getting grappled and attacked, Spot's gonna just say "fuck it" and go help out his fellow monk. Move
right.
and unarmed strike. Dirty 20.
Going with monk.
6 more points of damage.
on the aboleth.
Claws?
Yes.
Cool. I think that is everyone's attack. Don't know where the Daniel poofed off to. Burma, would you like to move?
Hang on, Mom. Yeah, I guess I will move. Oh, cheat. Move there. I'm assuming that was 30.
5, 10, 20, 25.
Oh,
You can
shit.
move
No,
one
you
more
said
square.
this was 10. Wait, you said these were 10 feet squares, right?
No, these are 5-foot squares, and you can move 1 square forward.
Oh, okay. 5.
Would, and that would put you within visual range.
Visual range for blasting.
You can see part of the aboleth, and you can see your 2 allies beyond there.
I'm gonna attempt to do the aboleth.
Phrasing. But okay, go ahead.
Not that way. Let me remind.
Phrasing.
See. Ooh, okay, that's not gonna be good. I'll just go ahead and do not Hellish Rebuke. Why am I thinking of Hellish Rebuke? It's gotta hit me first. Eldritch Blast. I keep mixing those two up. I'm so sorry.
So for that,
Um,
I'm hot.
Cool, you're back, which means
do I
you
need to roll
can attack if you like.
Yeah, didn't
Do I need to roll
realize my phone was
disadvantage?
about to die, so there went my hotspot.
What are you trying to utilize, Perma?
Eldritch Blast. Do I need to roll disadvantage because I might hit my allies, or is it a clear?
Nope, you can see it. You can attack it.
Okay. So. Oh shit! Okay.
Oh my!
I was
Now you
expecting a
God.
5.
Go ahead first and roll me just a base d20, and we'll see if that does extra damage or not.
Okay. Oh no, that was a D12. Oops, that would have been bad. 8.
All right, your attack will just be a normal crit. So feel free to right click your attack's damage and tell it to crit and attack.
that the right one? 16.
Not bad.
But with the repelling blast, it goes 10 feet away from me.
I forget automatically, or does it got to roll a save?
I just closed this fucker. I think it automatically. Yeah, it's automatically. Fucking idiots.
Very good from you. In doing so, your repelling blast will knock it out of the darkness. So now it can kind of be seen by some of you really well. It will also push it just outside of range. So, Spot, you get an AO.
Does it help me escape the grapple?
It will give you advantage on your next attempt. You can also remember you can try to escape before and at the end of your turns.
Okay.
I'm hoping I did good with the blasting it away from the darkness, or if that was someone else's cast. I can't remember.
You can see it now.
No,
Okay, good.
the
And
darkness is when
remind me, because I've already used
dark
this
metals.
a spell, I cannot cast another spell this turn, correct?
Says who? You have Warcaster?
No. Just normal spell casting. So that means I can cast another spell?
Huh? Specifically for an attack of opportunity, it specifically says melee or weapon attack.
Roger that. So an unarmed strike it is. With my claws.
With them claws. But
Does
it
a
will
13 hit?
not hit. Negative.
Roger.
Who did we...
Did my Discord freeze? Was Badger really so
No.
just still? Okay, he was just really still.
From last game
Um,
or last session. Who had the mantle of inspo?
I know I was one.
Oh shit! I think I did.
Keth has one, and Delanora and Viv.
I think I had used it a couple of times, so I think I had popped it on a few people. I can't remember. I know I used it at least once because I've got 2 strikes off of Bardic Inspiration.
Mm. Yeah, that kind of gives you, because if I remember right, that doesn't give you a free can move without triggering an AO.
Let's see here. Let me double. It yeah. In shorts, I don't know if that's something that continues each of the. And then each can use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. How long that lasts, it does not say. And if that's an immediate thing that has to trigger, it also does not say. So but yes, that basically would be.
Which one of you guys still needs an inspo?
At 20, that's right.
I do. There's a few
Who said
people, I
that?
think.
The fairy, which also reminds me, Daniel, did you want to try to do an attack?
Yes.
I give the
Yeah,
fairy
I'm
my
gonna
inspo.
Dankeschön.
Fairy's dead, then he's live.
Okay, I'm not the only one who saw that.
How much? 10, 20.
Suddenly the fairy's token
Rick
goes to
Rick
0
probably had
plus
like a moment of
minus,
like,
and
what the
it
fuck?
uses itself like somebody was messing with
Hopefully it's gonna help for next turn. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on centering it on the the bug. I need it to make
big
a
wormy
dex save, and I
well,
also
Mom
think
kind of said it correctly.
Yeah.
Aboleths are basically land krakens.
Land Kraken.
that's it. Remind me, in the 2024 ruling, could you exclude allies from a spell? I thought I read that somewhere, but I don't remember. So I'm checking quickly.
Not really.
If it says you can choose who it targets or who it affects,
okay.
yes. If it doesn't, then it will affect everything in range and everyone.
Yeah, you know, that's probably going to be risky because they're low health.
Question, Badger. Does a 22 hit? Because I did try to shoot off with another shot with guns.
Ooh, I did not see it. I had scrolled up to see if I could, because I know somewhere you had typed out who was getting the mantle, so I was looking back for it. Didn't see it. Yes, a 22 will hit.
I scrolled and it didn't save that portion of the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Is probably going to be risky, so I'm just going to roll Firebolt and then bonus action Finger Guns.
5 force damage.
Oh, shit. Alright, this one's for Firebolt. That's going to be there's nothing. 16 to hit on the Firebolt.
That will miss.
Okay. And then Finger Guns. That's going to be 22. So I'm trying to
That'll hit.
center it. It's a 13. 9 damage.
Alrighty. Does that conclude everyone's attacks for this round?
No. Anything.
I did not realize that finger guns is a bonus action. So technically, I can
To be fair, I
actually.
only just noticed myself.
Yeah, which
gonna
was why I was
shoot my
like,
crossbow.
I kind of just. Yeah. So because he was moved back, now I have clear sight of it, and I am going to cast Shatter, which is a Constitution saving of 15. And it is half or full on a save. Or, yeah,
That's a good
full on
shot.
fail, half on save.
That's a good shot, Anna.
But basically, I'm
Sad part.
kind of aiming somewhere in the back, not trying to hit, obviously, my allies.
Okay.
Sad part is I can't use my voice of
Roll your damage.
madness or my bat eater's resilience.
10 is the damage.
Oh, that was.
And it is thunder.
10 for me.
I gotta be at 30
Yeah, I
feet
see 10
for
as
the
well.
bonus.
I just need somebody to be able to cast lightning, so then we could just be thunder and lightning.
The wizard's not high enough level yet.
You're gonna.
I haven't picked up a spell.
Your
They
shatter
collapse
next,
things
but
and
stays
it
just
works.
outside. So, because that's not a concentration,
Well, I can do
Kath
clear
is
out of the core
still
lightning.
grappled at the moment.
Let's see, what is it?
But yeah, the shatter goes off, doesn't hit
Yeah, it's a
Kath.
10-foot radius.
But because you kind of have to probably put it in an area you can see.
Correct.
You'd have to put it behind it like that, so that Kath doesn't get
Correct.
hit, yeah.
And then I'm firebolting, which does a 26 hit?
Yeah. Because you kind of already kind of danced around its AC. It's got an AC of 70.
It 6 damage.
Damage is damage.
6 fire damage. If it's land kraken, I'm gonna start smelling calamari.
It's land kraken.
Yeah.
That was my line, but well played.
It is looking worse for wear.
So you probably could drop that shatter.
What was it?
It doesn't stick around, so.
Kath, did you want to try to break out of the grapple? You'll
Yes,
get
I would.
advantage. You'll get advantage on the roll because of the pushback and shatter.
Yay.
You all flee.
Freedom!
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a devious smile.
because I rolled to see which one would get attacked, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm targeting anybody. But Kath, does 23 hit?
Of course it does.
The dark mantle behind you leaps and uses its crush ability. It attaches to the target. If the target is medium or smaller, the covers the target, covered blinded condition, and is suffocating while the dark mantle is attached in this way.
Kinky.
No more hugs,
But while
please.
attached, the dark mantle can only attack the target and has advantage on its attack rolls. Its speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonus bleed. And then at the start of your turn, you can attempt to make a strength or athletics check to get it off of you. But it is a whopping 4 bludgeoning damage that you take as it leaps and pins you.
Yay.
Kath is not having a good time.
Oh, well, I went from 56 to 10 in 3 turns?
Spot, does a 16 hit?
Yes.
All right, you will take 8 points bludgeoning damage. And all right, so you take 8 damage. You are then grappled as well, and I'm going to need an intelligence saving throw.
Brandy hollers, via the kitty's wrapped up in the tentacles.
You will take 3 points of psychic damage as it attempts to consume memories, but doesn't get much. You are kind of shaking it off.
Ugh.
Okay.
It knows why you are
Fine.
here. But strangely enough, it fears your currently pinned and blinded monk a little bit more for reasons it only knows from siphoning his memories earlier.
Interesting.
But that will be the end of its turn, and you guys get another go. Keth, you can attempt a freedom athletics. Oh, yes. 30 would put you. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, or let's say 5, 30 would put you in the darkness or
I'm going
on
to
a
peek
square
around the corner
that
to see
Brandy
Kath
and Eleanor are on.
having some problems.
So you can get one square below Eleanor.
Did Kath manage to get the thing off his face?
He has not rolled.
Nope.
Not yet. Are we starting another round where I could?
Yep. Start a new round. You can try to roll to get this thing off of your face.
love to.
Oh man.
Did it with such grace.
All right. First of all, I will give you the ability to give someone that nat 20 inspo because not only do you pull this thing off of your face, you kind of throw it against the wall and it goes splat and kind of withers because it only had a couple of hit points.
Damn. Kev be balling.
Ah.
I'll give it to Spot because Spot ran in to help me out here, and I respect that.
Thank you.
Spot is inspired. All right. Now that it is your guys' turn.
I was gonna poke my head around, and while Keth was trying to remove the thing from his face, just basically shout unhelpful advice. Just like, the fuck are you doing with that thing? Get it? You can't breathe.
Relax your throat.
But I'm gonna cast second level healing word through that.
It's like around the corner. No, you got it. The thing. Get better, and just happens to pop it.
So only 13, but 13 to Keth.
Yay! Feels so much better, actually. Some might say, like, more than twice as good as I was feeling.
Hey, Badger. Question.
Answer.
Would Rick be intelligent enough or have insight to know that these squid things are creating the darkness stuff by now?
What's your in score?
Thank you. My in score, it's a 13, so +1 for modifier.
Yeah, because of how you guys discovered the darkness when you had the other squiddies in the main room, you'd kind of pick up on that these little darkness bubbles are caused by the dark mantles.
So, okay, quick thing then. So, I have not done yet anything. My plan would be then, and see how you want to roll. Tell me how to do this, or if this is feasible. I would need to dash in, bonus action scatter to then try to find the creature in the darkness, using obviously maybe sound and other
Perception check
not-
with advantage.
Ooh.
So
Rick.
I'll move in at least to show that I'm moving into the darkness. And then bonus action would be the scatter. Advantage roll. Be a 17.
Oh, hey. Easily. You go in, you scatter, and between the little clicking noises that some people could probably hear, you do kind of figure out, hey, it's here, and alert whatever section found it. The other two are pulled in by the yip yap, and you are able to make a stealthy attack.
Ooh. I'm gonna do it with the punch dagger. You said stealthy attack, so then do I get advantage on it?
Because you are scattered, yes, you kind of gave yourself your own advantage on the attack.
Nice. That'll be 6. Okay, so that's a 22 to hit.
7. So 12 points of damage.
And this is with the new little dagger thing.
But one more thing. One more.
Remember, I don't mind 6 plus 2, but I can't remember 12 plus 4. That would be 12 plus 4, so that'll be 8.
8
Plus 3. 11. 11 points.
Go ahead. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay. So that's done.
Ooh, 7 damage. Nice.
Now where's my sneak attack? Which actually, let me see. Technically, because
I can't do what I want to do because Verdan is where I need to be to be
dagger
able to do it.
though. Oh, it's a punching dagger, so I'm not technically actually proficient with it. Ah, okay, okay. So I can't use the lovely.
You
advantage on it.
should be. I know I tried to get it to where when you summon the weapons, you're proficient with them.
Okay.
So I might have to just add that to your character sheet. I try to have given it to the item to that when you're attuned, it will give it to you automatically.
Gotcha. Like the weapon mastery portion, so I could use the special feature of. All right. Technically, actually, I should have done this around. So what I should have done, because it is a sneak attack, so first what I would have been able to do as a standard for that is I will actually hit it with a hunting dagger, because it does nick. So if another 22, I'm assuming 22 hits it.
Added your punching dagger proficiency to your character sheet.
Okay, I'll reload that.
I'm just going to firebolt it again.
All right.
Because Verdan's in the way of where I need to be to do the other thing.
Yep. And while that was happening in the darkness, the barbarian 40-foot, 30-foot misty stepped behind the aboleth and whacked it with 2 axe shots. You start to see it bleed. It's bluish, greenish, wateryish blood.
Ew.
No, wait.
I know.
And
7 plus 6.
And just for your
That's
knowledge there, Badger, because the thing has now been hit with the punching dagger, it is slowed. So its movement is, I think, cut by half? Something like that.
Alrighty. It is still standing, and it did save its concentration save to keep the darkness up.
That's fine.
But outside of Keth, you're the only other person who can see it.
In a weird,
Maybe not like
weird way,
CC,
blindly.
but yes.
Yeah.
You have that like scattery blind fight. You've now heard how it sounds when it moves, and you're sitting going, okay, it's still right here.
I'm Daredevil.
In this moment, yeah.
Right now.
But that is one of the reasons why scatter exists.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, He scattered and
That's my
whomped on the little guy.
Yeah.
Survived. It made its check. Keeps the dark.
Now that I'm free from the squid, I would like
Um,
to resume punching the aboleth.
Be my guest.
Are we near flanking?
Oh, so
You
our
would
reduced
not
speed
be,
10 feet.
but because of where Viv is, if the fairy has the
Holy shit.
where the defender go, then the defender has advantage.
Yeah, but if I step over here, my 10-foot reach.
Then with Viv, you would also have advantage.
I just have to punch around that whole bear.
18 hits. No, not 20 on the second hit. Okay, before you do that, Verdan, roll me just another d20 to determine if you do the bonus damage.
Did my message go through about the 18 on the first hit?
Yeah, and that
See
hits.
it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. 7.
All right, normal crit. Roll your damage. Keth, roll your hit with your advantage. Because
Normal
of where
crit,
you
so
teleported
double
to
damage,
and
right?
Keth's 10-foot reach, he goes behind the still
what?
defender, still gets. This provides 2 stealth advantage.
A normal crit's double damage, right?
Whatever your normal attack roll would be at another die.
Okay.
So if it's like 1d8, it's now 2d8.
And 17. That's 17 on the first attack. We'll say the second attack. So 20 total.
Keth, all 3 will hit.
This thing's going to get turned into sushimi.
Mm.
Between your 2 wombo combos of strike, 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 straight, with Viv giving you guys the flanking advantage, you're not entirely sure who might have landed the last punch, but especially for Keth, one of your punches kind of hits and like the aboleth like stops and just the multiple eyes along the front of it just start kind of rolling before it kind of just curls up and falls over.
I'm still grappled by it this entire time. Am I now just prone?
And you will be released. However, the 4 squares it encompasses becomes a field of acid as it begins to kind of dissolve.
Nasty.
And then Rick, since you were one of the other ones that can see your current target to drop that darkness, if you want to get a hit off to try to kill it, go right ahead.
Yes. Well, first, I'm going to actually reform back up. Now that I know where he's at for the darkness drops. Because I sacrificed my movement for that whole portion. And then, yes, I will just normally attack with my usual. So, 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then the punching dagger at least for the light ability. So 24 since 17 hits on 24.
Yes, it would.
And that. Yeah. 9, 13.
How do you eviscerate this thing?
Since it's kind of just slicing and dice it like squid.
It slices, it dices, yeah, and then at that second strike, you kind of get that solid yeah, like that hitting that flesh uh, with the dagger, and in doing so, it immediately drops the darkness, and you just kind of see it like in just a mangled, shredded mess.
Yes. Diced calamari, anybody?
Mhm. And for the moment, you're out of combat.
Yay!
So technically, then people would lose the mantle.
Okay.
Since we're out of combat,
And I say that just because every other entry point has a door.
Fair.
There's a door there?
The little bottom bit does not have a door, but every other entry has a closed door.
What do I know about krakens?
I know that I hate them.
Other than the fact that you can tell that it is a amphibious creature, it can breathe air and water. Its mucousy skin kind of utilizes acid to attack its creatures or attack and harm things, and kind of uses it as a defensive posture too. And since it is officially dead, it is very quickly kind of dissolving into this pool of acid in that 10-foot square.
Brandy automatically starts kicking dirt onto it so that nobody steps in it and gets acidy.
Smart.
No, I'm
That
surprised
healing's
that
for Kev.
thing didn't have a straight line
Yay.
on fire.
That one's for
capability.
Spot.
There, 5 of us had lined up with a straight shot.
Yay!
Feeling much better.
Go after
Now
that.
that we have time to actually look around,
Yeah, Brandy reaches over and just taps Rick's arm and gives him 27 back.
I'm assuming we're currently in a crypt at the moment. No, we actually have time to
You
look.
can kind of tell that it is a temple of some sort. Especially the room that you are in, there seems to be an offering panel where Viv's at, but it's kind of destroyed from the aboleth and kind of the stones worn away with acid. But there are shredded carpets along the walls for little prayer alcoves for people to go and sit or meditate, or if this was in early stages of a maybe like a clerical chambers, the carpets might have been used to have beds or have people lay down in bedrolls to receive some sort of medical attention.
Interesting.
For those that have high religion scores, this temple does scream hospital.
Oh yeah, that's triage. That's you'll be fine. Suck it up. That's uh-oh.
Just from a safe distance appearing down the hallway.
Fine. Drawing the rope line that kind of has the two doors closed.
Do they seem disturbed? Rick was checking on them.
The rope is very taut. They do not seem disturbed at all.
Does he hear anything, at least at the door that he's at right now? He's mostly just checking to see if we've started attracting any attention to these doors with all of the noise we've somewhat made so far.
Stepping away back of headphones.
What's your passive perception?
It's a 13.
You kind of sort of hear that maybe beyond the door something is moving. You kind of just hear like this across stone. And at the same time, you kind of get that weird tingle on the back of your neck as if like there's a buildup of static in the air.
Gonna just kind of keep that in mind while he backs away. Oh, I didn't want to grab it. Oh shit. Let's try to move my character.
Steady across the door. Rick magically just rips the door out.
No, I was trying to back away. Yeah. So.
All right. What else do you guys do at the moment? There's that one little area just south of the room.
I'm just looking down that little area to see kind of if I can see kind of in the room or whatnot. Just from a safe distance.
Is there a door to the
A lot of
creature that's
stone on the ground. What was that, Hoki? I saw the flash of the token.
Yeah, is this a door in front of this dead creature? The squid thingy?
It's wide open, but yeah.
Oh, it's wide open. Okay, Rick's gonna go in. He's scouting.
Mm-hmm. The northern wall seems very bright because that's where the light spell has been blasted onto it. So any kind of crack or space between the brick of that wall is shining through. The room looks like it was a pantry or maybe like a chef's, maybe like a small kitchen. Um, Actually, not a. That was the mudroom. That one's the mudroom. Where people would come into the temple and immediately go and like wash off clothing or boots or whatnot if they were tracking in mud, where they could go and kind of rinse off with buckets and a couple of grates that look like it kind of goes into like a well.
Does anything? Does Rick see anything in particularly like shiny or interesting?
Not as at time. Not at this
Okay.
time. Wow, words.
Then before I try to, can you move him out just to um Kairoth? Because I'm afraid I'm gonna try to move him, and I'm gonna like move either the other creature or the freaking light token.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. Oh, maybe spot moved. Okay, hold on.
Slowly approaching to check out the area.
Whatever this room was, not much left of it. There's just collapsed wall, kind of branching off into stone. Um, might have been a small little something in here. If you would like to kind of investigate, kind of move some of the stone around, roll me an investigation check.
24.
Somewhere in moving rocks and rubble, you find a very tiny chest, maybe like a little bit bigger than like a jewelry box. Um, what's a good example? Size. Like small box.
Yeah.
Capable of being held. It's only half a pound, but it is laying underneath the stone and rubble. It doesn't seem to be damaged in any way, shape, or form. Um, but it is a very just tiny chest.
Pick it up, examine it, shake it, see if it's locked or not. You know, and and try to open it.
When you shake it, you hear a jingle jingle. It is unlocked. But when you open it, there's nothing inside. And even if you were to have it open and you took it again, you would still hear jingle jangle, but you don't see anything. Tipping it over, you wouldn't see anything. Nothing happens.
What'd you find there, Spot?
Found this little jewelry box. Something's loose inside of it, but I can't. But there's nothing in the main compartment, and I can't figure out what's inside of it. Kind of like shows it to Kath.
Oh, I saw a box like that last time I got attacked by a mimic, and I just kind of smashed it. On the mimic, actually.
Well, if this one was a mimic, it would probably try to bite my finger off.
No, 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 no. There was two chests in the room. One of them had a secret compartment. The other one was the mimic.
I'm gonna try to look for the secret compartment.
Do not seem to find a compartment. What languages do you know?
common in Sylvan, but if I need to, I can just cast comprehend languages if it's something written.
On the bottom, on the butt of the chest, there's a couple of weird runic symbols etched into it, like melted into the, not like wood burn, but like melted, like something ouchied.
Okay. Comprehend languages to try to decipher what it's saying.
It's a thistle.
Okay.
He knows it's
And
a
it
pistol.
and it says, "Call forth for Amy."
Call forth for Amy.
Does the wizard say that out loud? Does that ring any bells for Andromeda?
Yeah, the wizard says it out loud. I mean, he's just like talking, too.
Doesn't seem to trigger anything for anyone.
Not even a double is in the details knowledge.
Roll me the devil of the details. You want to roll the devil in the details for hell stuff.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if casting Knock on it would be effective?
Well, you're not in the room. You'd have to go and join the conversation. I mean, when it comes to token placement, so people don't move their tokens when they want to.
Yeah. The one who's hitting your dinner.
You could have one of us move it for you.
People have been talking.
Okay. Join the conversation. And then I'll let you figure something out.
I got there, Spot.
The dono
The dono walks up behind you.
Spot is facing the group at this point, just holding the box because
Okay,
in
then in front of you.
Spot looks up, recognizes you, pretty much says the exact information that he just told Cass, and then says like this this writing was on the bottom of it.
Wait, do you
show the writing?
Yeah.
Eleanor reads it because she knows Abyssal.
The wizard said it out loud.
Yeah, but still, it's like, huh, Abyssal. Interesting.
Got anything to add?
What is that information?
If you put it on the ground, you call for
Call out for Amy.
Amy.
Do I know anything about that name?
If your knowledge is correct, it should be something else.
Okay, so this is one of those things where it's basically a summon, and if my knowledge is right, it should be something helpful.
Okay.
Basically, you place that on the ground and call forth for that name.
So Spot just immediately sits down on the ground, clothes, and says, Amy.
Amy.
I'm reading it, and Spot will say the correct name. Words are
Okay,
hard.
Florida man, think Miami, just without the my.
Amy. Yeah. Spot says the name. I said Amy.
So you put it down and said the name, but nothing seems to happen.
I followed your instructions.
Almost.
All you're doing is stating a name. You're not calling forth that name. This is a
All right,
summon,
smarty
basically.
pants. All right, smarty pants. Why don't you do it?
Fine. Delanor walks up to it. Amy, I call for thee.
The box on the ground gives a little shake, a little rattle, and then the lid pops open. And inside this chest, you can sit a bunch of miniaturized items, and they're kind of sitting there like it's a countertop is a really tiny imp. Hey, what do you want? By the basis of it, you understand this to be a pocket shop.
Spot is just dumbfounded at this point because he's like,
Hey,
Delano's gonna be like, "Hey guys, anyone got it? You guys, anybody have anything they want to buy or sell?"
I mean, all of the shit that
Pocket
was in our
shop.
fucking
He's gonna
party.
hear
There he is.
He's gonna hear
pretty much, yeah.
the fairy yell. Has it got gunpowder?
Go and find out for yourself.
He's a tiny little guy with a little mohawk of a haircut.
That's adorable.
"Oh my gosh."
That's adorable. The fairy comes over to inspect what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. So, what do you want?
What the fuck is that?
It's a pocket
What kind
shop.
of wares do you have?
The fairy just looks at it.
Stuff. Basic stuff. Non-magical. Armor, weapons, equipment. I charge standard prices. Also, if you need them, I got, let me see, 4 healing potions.
How
You
much
said just
are the
basic
healing
standard
potions?
stuff.
Standard price, 50 gold.
How many do you have?
I said 4, don't you listen?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
You're in the same room.
I wasn't okay. It kind of skipped over in my mind on the amount because it's still okay. This is interesting. And also a mental count of how much money I have on me to figure out what I can do.
Brandy pulls out 200 gold coins and says, "We'll take all 4 healing potions."
All right, 1 second. Let me just gonna. He like flips a little switch, and the chest goes from this tiny size to medium size. It just, and he looks a little bit bigger too, but places on the edge of the chest all 4 potions. Pulls out his hand. All right, here we go. Deal. Takes the gold and gestures to take the 4 potions.
Brandy hands 1 to Keth, 1 to Viv, and 1 to Spot.
Thank you.
Viv is gonna hand it back to Brandy with, I don't know what that is. I don't need it.
It's a healing potion in case you get too hurt. It'll help heal your wounds in combat. It's helpful.
Can still just gonna put it back in Brandy's hand and then goes, I have sparkle fingers for myself.
Okay. Brandy hands the other one then to Spot.
Spot has 2. Roger.
Just picture the look Viv is giving the potion, like, ew, what is that? Like, literally has no idea of what the hell that thing is.
The firebug's gonna ask if it's got gunpowder.
All right, let me check my stock here. Let me find out right here. All right. You're just in luck. I got a half pound of it.
How much?
Oh, let's see. Carry the 1 plus the 5. Not easy item to get. Add my little hellish tax. 30 gold.
I'll do it.
All right.
Do
He
we have
takes
anything
your
that we
coin
can
and
sell?
places a wrapped leather bag of gunpowder. What were you saying, Wookie?
I was asking more just as I was saying to the group, like, does anybody have anything to sell? It seems like you could sell stuff to him too.
Yeah, none of that broken shit. Oh.
I have 8 pounds of gold bars.
Said give him the broken shit.
Okay.
Worth about 400 gold.
Okay.
How big are the gold bars on average? So I know how much I'm breaking this down per bar.
How big a gold bar is?
Is it just 8 1-pound bars?
I mean, anything
Yeah.
that we have extras
Okay,
of.
I can
A lot of scimitars.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah.
All the extra ropes.
There's
I
no
know
such
Brandy's
thing as
got.
extra rope. Don't be silly.
I know Brandy's got
Ropes and all sorts
a
of
bunch
shit.
stuff in
Having
the
rope
bag
is
of holding.
always. I mean, it's in the
What do you have for
party
arrows?
inventory too.
I got normal arrows. Stuff that I've gotten off the dead people. Sorta. Not really. But I got normal arrows. Why do you need
Brandy pulls out.
arrows?
Brandy pulls out 5 rabbit skins and 1 rat fur. It says, I would be willing to trade arrows for skins.
He kind of looks over the skins and fur and whatnot, and uh, I don't know about this. Doesn't really sell for very much unless I sell it to a crafter. Uh,
Just
Go
possess
ahead,
and
go
drag.
and give a persuasion check.
Any chance he has crossbow bolts?
Crossbow bolts? Yeah. I got a whole bit right here. What do you want? How many you need?
How much would 20 go?
Mm, oh, 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 where's the ammunition? There we go. Ammunition. For crossbow bolts for a bundle of 5, 1 gold.
What's up?
For crossbow bolts for a bundle of 5, 1 gold.
Oh shit. She's not very strong, which is why she's not buying a fuck ton. So, 4 gold then for 20 more bolts. I had 20. I've shot it, I think, 3 times now.
Yep, you produce the coin and trades you out with bolt. All right. Now we're going. You need it. I got it. Maybe. Who else needs something?
What kind of scrolls do you have?
Ooh, that's not a normal stock of mine. You looking for something specific, or do I just go and search randomly?
I got 30 gold.
Brandy looks at Spot and says, "Tell the man what you have. Tell the cat what you have for scrolls."
See, it doesn't kind of
Don't worry
work
about his
that way.
gold.
For uncommon and magical stuff, I have to go into another place that may or may not have it. Basic stuff, common stuff, I got it. It's all right here. You can see it. But anything not basic bitch stuff, that's going to be a little bit trickier.
Do you have cantrip scrolls?
Ooh, thank you. We ranch.
So I'd be good getting the left. No, actually, you will be getting the left.
need cantrip, I could probably find a cantrip or two.
I'm specifically looking for something in the vein of green flames blade.
100 gold up front. I will dive into my other place.
But just kind of looks at Brandy.
Rick's been.
Eleonora pulls
While
Eleonora
you
pulls
guys
out
were
2
all-
gold bars to hand to the imp.
Okay.
Say, Brandy just looks at Spot's pocket like, check your pockets.
Eleonora
already handed the imp 2 gold bars worth 50 gold each to pay for it.
Josh, I know you said something, but I didn't hear you.
Don't worry about it.
All right. He gets his payment and he kind of like slinks into like almost like he's going under a table. You hear what sounds to be like a creaky door and a rush of like snow and cold air comes kind of like spewing out of the chest a little bit. And then again, you hear almost like you can hear like walking, like it's bigger on the inside or something like that. And then pops his head back again. Looks a little cold, nose a little red. Okay. Okay, here you go. And he hands you a
Gladly
scroll.
take it. Just puts it back. Another question. You wouldn't happen to have books on learning new languages, would you?
Again with all the weird requests, but yes, baby.
I'm looking for.
He's a wizard. He likes to request a lot of weird shit.
I'm looking specifically for Elvish, Dwarvish, and Orcish. At this point, anyone would do.
I could teach you Elvish.
Don't you
20 gold,
cast
20 gold a
comprehend
book,
language?
and if he goes one at a time, you'll get a random one.
I'm gonna go back to checking my pocket first before seeing how much gold is in there.
He's got 100. He's got at least 100 gold in his pocket.
Brandy
No,
added.
Eleonora literally just says out loud, I could teach you Elvish.
I like
Very
reading,
pipes up. Team effort.
Fair enough.
but if I have questions, I know who to go to. And then pulls out 60 gold for the 3 books.
He listed like 5 things, and you're gonna have him go for 3.
I listed only the 3: the Dwarvish, Elvish, and Orcish.
As you try to give him the gold, he flips up a sign that falls up to the front that says no refunds. And then he looks at you, are you sure?
Yes.
Hmm.
You give him the gold. Okay. We'll see if we're lucky. And slinks down into his chest again.
The fairy says in Elvish.
Would you roll me 3?
I think that
Count
would
them
get moved.
3 percentile die.
One percentile dice. Two
2
percentile
percentile dice.
dice.
3
Three
percentile
percentile.
dice.
Wow.
Damn.
How is that my luck?
I don't know if that's good or bad. Impressive.
Either way, it's impressive.
You said Elvish, Dwarvish, and Orcish?
Orcish. Yeah. The three I need
or
for
orc.
learning Loheim isms.
He's gone for a long period of time, maybe like 10 minutes, before he pops back up and hands one book, Orcish. Essentially the blinted version of Orcish for Dummies. My other stocks don't have any
Funny,
books.
that was the official title.
So I know I handed him money for 3 books, but he only provides the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he put up a no refund sign before you hand him the money. So it's
You get this very strong impression that some of the more weird requests have a random chance.
You see, Spot kind of wants to protest or argue or whatnot, but y'all can tell he's still not familiar with just normal shopping experience, so he doesn't even know how to defend himself in this situation. So he just kind of takes the book, says thank you, and then just puts it away for later reading.
How big is it in that shop of yours? I didn't cut through the mic. I saw the mouth move, but
Yeah, you didn't come.
It's big enough.
he just cracked a smile. Do you get told that a lot?
Only by your mother.
He just extends a finger out. Well played.
We got more shopping here. Can I go?
You got crude
You
oil?
buy stuff, magical items,
Yeah, I buy stuff.
thing. Okay.
What you got?
There's a Rick kind of just starts pulling out things from the bag of holding, like, well, we've got this adamantine shirt, we've got this circlet of blasting, we have this health of the parrot of health, a potion of necrotic resistance, antitoxin. He just starts pulling it out and kind of like looking at the group like, does anybody want any of this shit?
You're pulling it out of the bags of holding?
The one
That
that
You're
you
pulling it
can
out of
hold
the
on
party
yourself, the
inventory?
bag of
that
holding.
Brandy
Brandy's got
is
it.
currently having.
Yes. I'm standing
If it's
right
in the
next to
party
her.
inventory, everybody has access to it. If you put it in your bag of holding, it can't be in the party inventory.
Well, I just the
I
everything
thought
I've
the
been
bag
putting
of
everything
holding
into the
was the
bag of
party
holding.
inventory.
No, Brandy's got her own bag of holding.
'Cause I can't carry
The
all this
party
stuff.
inventory would be like the chest that you guys carry with Eddie.
Oh, so that's back up on
Cool.
top
That
of
would have
Eddie.
been better information to have known then.
There's a
Because
staircase right there. You could always run back up and get it.
no, that's too long.
I'll send the Warforge to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not Warforge,
We've
sorry,
come too
Steely.
far.
But no, whether it be in a bag of holding or something that your character is carrying, if it's on your person, it should be in your inventory. The party inventory is accessible by everybody that anybody can utilize.
And the way it's set up in the thing is that, yeah, there is a cart and a chest,
Mhm.
which I'm assuming is what is on Eddie. But where is, yeah, the party inventory then? So,
With Eddie.
well,
With Eddie,
that
unless you
would have
guys brought the
been
chest down.
good to know if who's ever managing that stuff should then notate that.
No, I get you. But yeah, the part that what's considered in D&D beyond the party inventory is like a bag or something that is always accessible to everyone. Now you guys can agree that the bag of holding is Brandy's bag of holding, but then you guys can see it, but you still need Brandy to rifle it out. But I mean, pretty basic concept for party inventory. If it's party, everyone can have it. If it's not, then. But lesson learned. You guys should have brought the chest and the cart down.
What about
When
stonemason tools
I
and
hear
calligraphy
talks,
supplies?
Hmm? There are too many people
that's
talking
where
at
I
the same
go,
time.
trying to get first. You can go first.
Go ahead. What about stonemason tools and calligraphy supplies?
If in good condition, he can buy them off you.
Do you have them to sell?
Yep, for 10 gold apiece.
All right. I'll hand the imp 20 gold.
And you're presented with 2 bits of tools. Or two cool tool kits.
Do you have any
Yes.
Does
thieves'
he-
tools?
10 gold apiece.
She hands him 10 gold.
Eagle.
Thank you.
I'd like to buy carpenters and alchemist tools if he has them.
He goes a little deeper in his inventory. Yep, 10 gold apiece.
I'll hand him the 20 gold.
He hands you back the kits.
Potentially a weird one. Does he have crude oil? I might as well, ask just in case.
Crude oil. It's plain.
Yes. Raw oil straight out the dirt.
You're talking about Blackwater.
Sure.
I can check. Gonna be 50 gold up front. And you see a finger kind of gesturing to the no refunds.
I'd like to roll persuasion to drop that upfront cost.
You may try.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 8. Not great.
He scoffs at your attempt.
Oh, fuck it! I'll hand him the 50.
All right, be right back. And then dip down again. Roll me a percentile.
Assuming you need a percentile. Can you see that better? Because I think my light was a little bright. There you go. You see. 42.
It's the life, the universe, and everything.
I forgot about that.
Wherever he goes, you kind of get this whiff of sulfur. But he pops back up and hands you a vial, large vial, like a beaker.
Or like kind of like 500 mils. Oh wait, y'all don't have mil. It's
Like a potion size.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit bigger than a can of soda.
Okay, cool. I get what size you mean now. Gonna make a note of that.
Like 14 ounces. Kind of like eyeing everybody else. All right. Good.
I know I am. Anybody else?
I'm good.
Pull the sign in. Looks like he starts pulling up shop. All right. Oh, what's up, Al?
Nope, just saying good.
He grabs the top of the lid and says, "All right, see you in a week," and closes the chest. The chest shrinks back down to its tiny size, a little half pound again. And it seems like the chest goes mundane again.
Put it in your pocket. Take it with us.
You could summon him again in 7 days. Mm-hmm.
If someone manages to fit it in their pocket, does that make it a crotch goblin?
Uh-huh.
That was out loud.
There wasn't much.
I guess the wizard will pick it up and put it into his bag.
care that have oil and alchemist tools, people should be worried.
Yeah, strangely, no one is. Anyone else scout out the rest of the room looking for goodies?
Yeah, Androna's kind of bouncing from place to place in the room. Like bed place to bed place.
Yeah, Keth will poke around as well.
As you two are going from like place to place to place, you do end up finding something buried in cloth and rocks and things. It looks like a ornate quiver that's got like moss around the edge of it. Looks real nice, and there's a handful of arrows sticking out of them.
Ooh. Hey, Brandy.
Yeah.
These too long for me.
Ooh,
Hand
what
over
are those? Ooh,
quiver.
let me see those. Brittany will pick up the mossy quiver. How many arrows are in it?
There are 10.
I take the arrows out and I load them into my quiver, my special one. And I put the mossy quiver, the moss covered quiver, into the bag of holding.
As you pull out these arrows, there's something different about them. The fletchings are a almost translucent white, like a foggy white fletchings. The uh, the shaft is carved out of some really good yew wood, very sturdy. But it's the arrowheads themselves. They look like field points that has like a bit of a bigger bump. They're made out of stone, but there's these etchings along the entire bit of it.
Hey, Spot.
What's up?
She holds up one of the arrows and says, "What's that say? It's got etchings on it."
My comprehend languages is still up because it's an hour, so I read it out loud.
It's not a language. They're arcane symbols used for magic
Ooh.
casting. Roll me an Arcana check.
Nat 20 for a
20.
30.
You've seen this combination of rune on one other magic item you have ever encountered in your life. And that is through a spell storing device.
I can store some spells in that for you.
Cool.
Oh, not just you.
Well, any magic user.
Wait, you say? Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Let me learn Fireball, and I can store it.
Beat you to it.
Ah,
Of course you would.
I have 10 of those.
Manage inventory.
We have 10 of these spell storing scrolls. Wait. What? Was it say the hours?
They're
Arrows. I believe he said.
Oh, that's
said 10.
great.
Yeah. No, whatever spells you want stored in them, we can do that.
Hear me out, reducing large arrows. Go full Ant-Man.
Well, if you're thinking that way, well, you can also put healing spells in them.
That's reductive. I've been impaled. Oh, but yeah, free healing.
Somebody call an ambulance, but not for me.
Was it like a stim shot? It's just like, I'm hurting. Just grab an arrow out, just like stink it. It's like stick it in the leg.
So I've added to your inventory the +2 arrows of storing. Spell storing. You have 10 of them.
That's fantastic.
Depending on the spell that gets charged to them, when you launch an arrow, whether it hits or misses, whatever it comes in contact with will activate the spell. Depending on the spell that's in it, the arrow will either get destroyed upon impact, or you might have a chance to recover.
Ooh, imagine spore cloud arrows.
The one balanceable rule set on it is that even out of combat, if someone wants to charge an arrow, they will expend a spell slot for that day. So one person can't just pump all 10 arrows with like fireball.
Yeah.
But 2 people, on the other hand.
But if
Use
they were
whatever
all...
spell slots you have left to charge them, and then long rest to get your spell slots back, kind of deal. Then yeah.
But here's the thing: if they were fireball, then that's a one-time use arrow.
Yeah, because that will destroy the arrow.
There are other spells that are just as useful.
Any kind of healing or defensive spell stored onto it makes it so after it utilizes it, you can recover the arrow. Any attack or damage spell on the arrows will destroy them upon impact. And anything that changes status conditions or terrain have a 50-50 chance.
Hear me out. An arrow of slow fall.
No. Or the scry, hear me out. Fireball, but it's psychic ball. Still does damage, but it's not going to physically do damage.
It would still be considered an attack spell.
Yes, it would.
Imagine an arrow of homunculus servant, and everyone gets one of these arrows, and we just have 9 homunculus servants beating down on whatever.
But
It'd be a
Mom gets
20.
these arrows because it is her birthday.
This is a great gift.
So happy birthday, Mom.
Happy
Steal.
birthday.
Happy birthday!
And you have 10 potentially strong, potentially Hawkeye level arrows.
Arrows of magic missiles.
These are
They don't miss.
these are Avenger level threat arrows.
Oh gosh, someone uses like a 9th level spell slot for magic missile. An arrow hit on impact would launch 10 different magic missiles in one shot. No, more than that. 12.
Something ridiculous. Oh my
Even if the
God.
arrow misses, though, wouldn't the magic missile still technically hit the target? Because magic missile itself doesn't miss.
Oh my God, you're right.
We'll come back to that when we get there.
And per the rules that the DM just
he says
said,
while hoping it doesn't come
if
back.
even if the arrow misses, the spell still goes off.
And it doesn't miss it. Oh boy. Okay, so we're just gonna load up Brandy with magic night flow magic missile and send her into the BBG, right?
See, you do realize the higher level that Brandy gets, the less and less she's gonna miss with an arrow.
Oh, this is gonna be fantastic.
Yes, but the missile with missiles.
The missile knows where it is. It knows where it is.
It's fact.
But all right, because you guys are officially out of combat, what would you like to do while you have time?
I'm gonna heal everybody back up to full. Spend time whacking everybody in the arm with a healing spell.
Yep. So you burn some time just charging, channeling, and healing everybody up to full.
I kind of want to spend a bit of time meditating to figure out why the Corey spirit hated the Aboleth so much.
Just mid meditation, you're gonna get smacked.
Oh, you want to go ahead and do that now?
I know, yeah.
Okay.
If we got the time for it.
Roll it. But are you prepared?
Oh.
I spell slots.
Just tell me when everybody's at full.
I would have just given you them. You just burn some time and it goes. Light.
Delnor is completely full.
Yeah, we'll say everybody gets full up for this. We'll say that you spend about half an hour to an hour just making sure everybody's completely healed up, good to go. Probably in that time, light spell fades. The the super suit and punching dagger will probably burn up its hour.
Can you heal up the Kairos?
Just did.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Kath. You kind of find a spot to go plop yourself and try to meditate to commune with your Fury. How does this meditative dream state you enter look like?
Pretty normal. You know, for now, since we're not resting really, just kind of standard sitting cross-legged meditation style. I might smoke the herbal cigarettes beforehand just to get into the mental state.
The dog evil back.
Okay. And that altered state, like when you start seeing visions and communicating, what does that like dreamscape look like to you?
Like a dojo.
So as you start smoking, as you kind of get yourself comfortable, start going into this meditative state, uh, your unconscious, your subconscious self opens their eyes, and you are sitting in a prestigious looking dojo. Very clean, very well built, um, and right up your alley and familiarity as to maybe it resembles a place where you've done some training. Maybe it's an entirely different design based on your mind's eye at the time. Um, but however you see that dojo is what appears. And while whether you're sitting there or your subconscious self gets up and kind of wander around, eventually you do kind of sense another figure, which you know exactly who you're anticipating to see. And standing before you is this long maned, uh, surprisingly shirtless looking Leonin, arms crossed, leaning up against a pillar. Did you kill it?
What the hell was that all about?
Did you kill it?
Yeah.
Good. That particular one had it coming. In wordless kind of interaction, you kind of get a flash of having been turned to stone, but it's not you. You kind of have that sensation, um, and in that other flash, like just before the memory goes into this stone feeling, you see the very same aboleth that you just killed. Uh, Different markings, different setup, but the same one. That one I remember well.
Well, one more abomination dead. Concerned they can all go.
Abominations be damned. That thing needed to go. It took 30 years from me. 30.
How long have you been here?
I lose count, but not that terribly long.
I guess it begs the question, which is worse?
The leftover kind of like gestures to his head. Part of the side effect is that it put something in my head that for a while aided, used it, put in time, wore me down, and lost a lot of things because of it. And again, without too much words, you get this flash of essentially a mind sliver, a piece of the magic used and having been encased in stone for so long kind of left something behind.
You said you used it?
It allowed me to tap into other people's minds, allows me to use a really weird blade, but it was very useful at the time.
Teach me.
He'll like push himself off the pillar and walk up to you, and you two are relatively same size, but for whatever reason the Leonin is like overpowering in presence, very big, very there, but has that like
Yeah.
wisdom
Like,
about him.
like how things can be bigger and smaller in dreams, even though, like, your conscious mind knows that it's not, but you know how like a hallway can stretch infinitely, or something like that. That's what I'm imagining. Is this is what the Leonin is doing?
Mhm. It's also that like little bit where it's like you guys might be the exact same height, but the Leonin kind of just seems bigger all around. Whether it be mind play or whatnot, there's just that like imposing like go to a bar and the bartender that you're fucking with doesn't seem, or the bouncer doesn't seem that big, and then they stand up and you're like, okay, never mind. As he like approaches you, he's going from like looking directly at you to almost looking down a little bit, but just by a little bit. Big flowing mane, big old muscles, scars everywhere, in kind of like a poke of the forehead. He reaches out a little taloned finger, paw, and pokes you in the forehead. Uh, in doing so, you get like a little bit of a memory flash. Um, and you see younger Leonin uh, chasing a older Leonin in a forest. Uh, at first, you don't get any kind of names. You know, chasing in a forest. The little one who's almost kind of visual, you're in, so you feel smaller. You're chasing down this big Leonin into a clearing before the big one pats you on the head and like pushes you down beneath the grass. You're like, okay, we begin the hunt. It will train you well, but you must listen. And in like the clearing just above the grass line, um, there seems to be like a cross between like an antelope and an elk. And the Leonin's got a bow and whatnot. And in a matter of a couple of moments, goes into like the whole cat like stalking into the grass before he pops up, shoots it with an arrow. It drops. You kind of realize, being in this perspective of a smaller Leonin, that the older one is father. And you're being shown as a smaller kid how to hunt Leonin style. Uh, the setting is very tree-like. You don't recognize the forest, uh, but it's very kind of jungly aspect. You guys go inspect the kill, learn how to dress it, take it back home. The house is more of a hut, like cabin style, than anything. There, you're kind of observing dinner being prepared, the meat that you brought back, uh, throwing the skins on a sawhorse, essentially. Uh, Going in, there's another female Leonin that's preparing a table, like, come eat, come eat. You sit down, and there's this whole spiel where, in your perspective, mom and dad are chatting. And that's where you start getting a name. She talks to the older Leonin and mentions the name of Johnny Goldmane and how uh, they're due in a few months to move to a new area, which, based on their descriptions, kind of ring the bell as uh, Neverwinter in that area, the whole Sword Coast area. Um, and at some point, whether you intended to or not, something spills near you, and Mama Leonin kind of looks over and goes, Kythos, put that back. Go pick that up. Go clean that up. And your perspective changes, and then it shifts, and you're a bit older, and you're on the hunt of your own, kind of like in the middle of nowhere. You, as Kath, would have the knowledge that this is probably one of the silver forests, uh, where part of the Emerald Enclave uses that as base. Uh, and something happens. There's this weird sensation. You're going in for a kill, and just before you go in to strike with your sword, there is a moment where you're pulled out of the reality. The sky becomes purple and spinny and all this kind of stuff. And then you find yourself on a beach, and you have the sensation of pain in your wrist that you just can't explain. And there's something like in it, and despite how you like scratch it, there's nothing you can do about it. And you get this fast forward a little bit to this town. It looks really, really majestic. It's very well built. It's still kind of in its early stages. They're still building this nice big tower in the middle of the square. And in your perspective, the townsfolk are talking about an expedition that you are just itching to go for. And then you jump on a ship, you guys go on the expedition. Then your like vision starts like cutting around, and it goes into this like rocky waters. There's a almost like a serpent like thing that pops up out of the water. There's this big battle. There's a lot of chaos. Your emotions are kind of like rising, and then you find yourself in a cave, and you're facing sword drawn, everything crazy looking. You notice the aboleth, and that's kind of like where that vision ceases, and Talon Finger coils back, and for whatever reason, there's a residual feeling in your mind uh, of almost like a shared experience, memory transfer, whatever it might be. And Leonin just kind of sits back and goes, well, now you know my name, which that will help you from here on out.
Kind of nods, still a little bit real from the whole.
Then what he ends up gesturing to is a hilt. And you've seen this before. There's no blade attached to it. And in the Leona's hands, as he grips the hilt tightly, you start seeing almost invisible like, but you can kind of see the edges, a really sharp, almost like scimitar like blade. And he kind of gestures up. Use it. Find it. Use it.
Didn't we already see this in this campaign?
You have.
Where was that?
Someone got it. Found it in the last tomb you guys were in, Tomb of Lysander.
Hmm.
Had found a hilt with a broken bit of blade, and your wizard identified it and pulled the little broken piece off that's not actually part of the blade. It just was made to look like it was a broken blade.
Do I
Maybe
have
to deter people from stealing it.
that?
And I will say you'll also remember the inscription that you found when you found the blade. It was a trophy to honor the only person who had ever defeated him.
Yeah, I think I have that. In my dream, can I build from inventory?
Yeah, even though you kind of do it in your dream state, you can kind of will your body to pull it out if you remember where it's at.
Yeah. Kind of want to focus on the blade or the lack thereof and forming the blade mentally.
It takes a couple of seconds. Like you're kind of like trying to figure out if it's like will or just the need to see it. But after a while, you do see the faint, translucent, transparent edges of what looks to be the blade in question.
Now we fight, right? Now we fight, right?
If you want to, he'll
Yeah.
take a couple steps
know what
back and kind of give you that ready stance. He just kind of holds his position. Your move.
First,
You attack. You kind of go in for a swing. Hythos very easily like sidesteps it, uh, even though it looks like you're just fighting make believe. There are clashes when the swords connect. There's that like feel of it, and even though you're trying to like lunge slash hack, dodge counter, he just always seems to be like one step ahead. This is definitely a Leonin that is a trained swordsman. Um, and couple of parries, couple of moves. You see a couple of hand motions to where, to the untrained eye, it's just, yeah, I'm just flipping around a little handle. The sword feels like it's completely weightless as you're swinging it. The only weight you feel is in that hilt, is in that crossguard. And with certain motions, you feel like you should have gotten hit with this blade as he kind of swings back at you. But when you check, as you like back up, you're not wounded. As if there's some sort of psychic connection between the wielder and the blade. You can kind of turn it on and off. And the hits that should have connected seem to just barely graze you. You almost feel the impact of something being there, but you don't actually get cut. And in a weird way, you kind of are defeated at first with this kind of like standoff, as Leonin just kind of stands there, kind of chuckling, and you have much to learn, but we will teach you. At some point, though, as your guys clash, you find yourself like trying to catch your breath on a knee. Pathos just kind of feels imposing as he kind of approaches, takes the flat part of the blade and kind of rests it against your shoulder a little bit where you can feel it. You can't really see it, but you can feel it. Remember, strength exists to protect the weak. Remember that lesson.
Dude. I'm not crying, you're crying.
And whether it be your own doing or whatnot, but your kind of like vision snaps back to reality, and you're holding this hilt in front, and you can very clearly see this psionic blade. But to anybody else in the room, it's just a hilt and a crossguard.
So Kath is just sitting there looking at the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes probably big with learned a whole lot of stuff in what felt like a really small amount of time.
Once again, it's the Matrix. I know kung fu. Wake up.
Learn some things, I take it?
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Just doesn't really.
Also, now that I'm remembering the movie, I also realized that that fight scene went exactly the same way between him and Morpheus.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Much.
Unintentional.
It kind of was on my end, just a little bit. Just a little.
But the point of the journey was to kind of learn more about your Kiori, more about why they were so the Aboleth must die attitude, and then the acknowledgement of the blade. And even in a subconscious state, the fact that the Kiori could draw such a weapon and use it on you very well indicates that that particular weapon was theirs. It's not the fact that you have a psionic blade, you have the psionic blade. And after that little emotional deep lore of Saturday's campaign, this probably is a great time to call it for the night.
You got a Kythos tag along. Good luck.
Your Kiori has become a PC NPC. Cool.
Okie dokie.
a PC NPC. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will get yelled at if I don't play that Kiori out with justice. But I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
And with that, we would say goodbye to Kick YouTube. You guys have killed a Dabbler. You guys obtained some cool stuff. You guys obtained a pocket shop. And Keth has a new sword. And with that, we will say goodbye to Kicking YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
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 Bye.